In the Money Pit area, brothers Rick and Marty Legina are about to get their first opportunity of the year to personally inspect the ongoing renovations being made in a mid-18th century structure known as the Garden Shaft. Before getting dressed, they discuss the situation, noting issues towards the bottom of the shaft, particularly around set 16, where water infiltration is causing problems. Marty finds the situation puzzling, but Roger reassures them that the water is not undermining the shaft, though containing or stopping it is a priority. As they prepare, Rick comments on the historical challenge water has posed over 200 years and the need to devise a solution to either shut it down or diminish it. The bottom of the garden shaft could hold significant importance in solving the mystery, making it a matter that demands attention. Since returning to the island 3 weeks ago, representatives from Dumas Contracting Ltd. have extended the refurbished 82-foot deep shaft down to 87 feet, with the ultimate goal of reaching nearly 100 feet. Here, the Oak Island team hopes to breach a mysterious 7-foot-high tunnel discovered during strategic core drilling, which has been carbon dated to the 17th century. This tunnel runs east to west toward the Baby Blob, an area where high concentrations of gold, silver, and other metals have been detected in groundwater between 80 and 120 feet. As they descend, the team notes where the water infiltration begins and discuss plans to stop it, using fast-setting urethane to grout and seal the water's entry points. Roger confirms they are now at 87 feet, about 4 to 5 feet deeper than last year, and points out untouched dirt. Marty observes they are close to the mysterious tunnel and expresses excitement about potentially discovering something of importance. Rick emphasizes the significance of horizontal drilling in this effort, short of artifact recovery or discovering gold or silver. Depending on what they find in the tunnel below, Dumas plans to use probe drilling to search for valuables up to 40 feet in every direction. If the existing tunnel proves inaccessible but significant clues are discovered, they can construct a new tunnel to reach them. Later that morning, geologist Terry Matheson and archaeologist Moya MacDonald supervise core drilling in borehole KL-14-5, which targets the center of Aladdin's Cave, nearly 150 feet underground. The team employs an Inuktitun Spectrum 120 HD camera to investigate the cavern, capable of operating in low light conditions and providing a 360-degree view. The camera reveals intriguing features, including a square-headed bolt, potentially evidence of human activity. Though not definitive, the discovery raises the team's hopes. Further exploration and mapping with sonar are planned to determine the dimensions and origins of the cavern. Excitement builds as the possibility of the cave being a treasure location grows. Rick and Marty rejoin the operation to help Dumas reach the potential treasure tunnel just below the garden shaft. After discussing the plan, they prepare to excavate more clay and extend the shaft to 93 feet. Just 2 feet from the targeted tunnel. Both brothers express their eagerness to take part in the digging and possibly uncover an original tunnel, an exciting moment filled with anticipation. As they descend into the garden shaft, Rick reflects on their mining heritage, ready to take on the challenge alongside his brother. Our grandfather came here in order to work in the mines up in Michigan. It's really an amazing thing that's happening here, a confluence of heritage. Very good, Paul said, as Marty prepared for his task. That's right. Now, we can begin, Marty replied. Paul directed him. Marty, that's gonna be your corner, that beamer. Marty acknowledged. Okay. Then Paul added, with the touch of humor, yours is called the Destroyer. Marty, intrigued, asked. Mine is. Paul confirmed, yeah, yours is Destroyer. And to Rick, he assigned Big Betsy. Rick found it cool and chuckled. Paul pointed out, here's the deal, Rick. You could be standing a couple of feet above the tunnel we've been looking for at least 2 years. Rick responded confidently. Could? We are. Ready to work? He asked. Well, let's get busy. How do you work this thing? Paul explained. Little bit at a time. The pump was activated, and Paul announced, Silver Fox and his brother are ready to go. With air hissing and the equipment whirring, the work began, accompanied by dramatic. Rick and Marty used pneumatic jackhammers to break up the hard clay below the shaft. Meanwhile, representatives from Dumas Contracting Limited stood ready with the 3-ton hammer grab tool to remove the loosened materials. Yeah, baby, Marty exclaimed. Despite the enthusiasm, the work proved tough. Jackhammers weighing 60 to 70 pounds got stuck in the clay. Marty admitted, this is no job for old men. Laughing through the effort. After some time, they paused for a break. Rick observed something unusual. What do you think you hit? Marty asked. Rick examined the area and thought he might be on top of something significant. Hand me a bar, he requested. Paul handed it over, and Rick speculated. I thought at the bottom of the spade bit that I was on top of something, and I thought, wow, I'm on a tunnel. The narrator interjected with suspense. Could Rick Legina's speculation that he may have reached the mysterious and potentially ancient tunnel be correct? If so, the team may be closer than ever to the answers and rewards they've worked for over a decade to uncover. Rick remarked, right, there is a relative term, isn't it? Paul assured, now, the hammer grab's gonna come down. The team remained hopeful. As Rick put it, we could be closer than we've ever been to this actual treasure, or to where it was deposited. Later that afternoon, Paul delivered long-awaited news. So it seems like we hit your target. Finally, Rick, Scott Barlow, and Craig Tester were excited. At a depth of approximately 95 feet, Dumas representatives had finally reached a believed 7-foot-high tunnel leading toward the baby blob, and perhaps a vast cache of buried treasure. Paul added, you can actually see wood, but it's either collapsed or whatever, who knows until we uncover more. Eager to proceed, Rick and the team suited up. Maybe, finally, we can actually put eyes and boots on the tunnel that was found by the sonic drill program, Rick said, visibly moved. You get a little bit of chills. Descending into the shaft, Rick noted. There's definitely wood right here. Paul confirmed. That's wood right there. They heard hollow sounds upon striking a beam, leading Rick to believe they were above the tunnel's top. You have to go deeper, Rick asserted. Scott shared Rick's excitement. Round timbers are a great indication it's potentially old, he noted. Reflecting on historical accounts of the money pit, he observed, logs every 10 feet, that's the description. Round timbers here make a connection. Marty summed up their collective feelings. After 15 years, we may be just a few feet above original work. It could be it. It could be the thing. The day when they would set eyes on the structure fully seemed closer than ever.